respective districts. It pledges to work collectively with their fatally shooting lover while she bathed. Coming up on the international front, South Sudan tensions rise as regional leaders push for peace in Juba. And in sport this morning, Razak Simpson stunning strike since House of Folk 1-0 in the Ghana Premier League. We have details of these stories and many more coming up shortly. You're welcome back to the program. Remember, the broadcast is streaming on our socials on Facebook and TikTok at Globe TV GH. You can join us with your thoughts and comment. This morning, the Minister of State in charge of Government Communications, Felix Kwachi Fosu, has accused Reverend John Ntimfojo, the ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee, of intentionally spreading false information about alleged suspicious aircraft at the Kotoka International Airport. Now, this accusation comes after President John Dramani Mahama requested Reverend Ntimfojo's assistance investigating the matter.
Truth is that two aircrafts with completely different purposes arrived in Ghana, and their arrival was perfectly legitimate, and they were here for very genuine reasons. The first one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now, this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025. Now, no plane arrives in Ghana without a landing permit. So this plane secured a landing permit with number GAF/TMAO/25/7863. Now, the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop. Essentially, this is a cargo flight that was destined for the European Union market. And European Union regulations dictate that some specific regulatory requirements be met before any plane of that sort can enter the EU. Now, this plane originated from Luanda in Angola. It was loaded with oil drill equipment and lubricant oil, which were contained in jerrycans. It was headed for the EU market. Now, Luanda does not have the certification to carry out the sort of requirements that this plane had to meet before entering the EU market. Now, the specific requirement is a scanning and screening RA3 procedure, which is a requirement to enter the European Union. Luanda doesn't have it. The Swiss cargo facility at the Kotoka International Airport has that certification, and they can do that kind of scanning. Whilst here, it developed an engine blade fault. Its engine blade was damaged, and then it was also detected that there was severe oil leakage, which required immediate attention. For that reason, a replacement aircraft, URCEZ, with registration number CVK 7007, was brought in to evacuate the cargo. The aircraft that was damaged remained here for 13 days. That is between 12 March and 25th March 2025. After it had been inspected by aviation security, officials of the Narcotic Control Commission, officials of National Security and National Intelligence Bureau, no contraband or unlawful commodities were found on the aircraft. Now, the second aircraft in question is a Hawker 800 XP with registration number N823AM. Now, this aircraft is operated by an organization called AirMed International, which is based in Birmingham, Alabama, in the United States of America. It operates as an air ambulance. Now, Air Medical International flights in Ghana are handled by Tropicana Airlines. Now, this plane landed in Ghana on 20th March from Gran Canaria, Las Palmas, Spain, having gone through Luanda in Angola. Now, it was also here for a technical stop, which is refueling and crew rest, which is perfectly legitimate activity. It was cleared to land in Ghana with clearance number GAF TWXR 252604 OFAA 0297/25. Now, whilst it was landing in Ghana, it developed a tire burst and some difficulty with its landing gear, and therefore needed to remain here to be serviced. So another aircraft with registration number N864 arrived on 22nd March with tires and flight engineers from Luanda to replace the damaged tires of the aircraft. Now, once this was fixed, it departed the Kotoka International Airport on 25th March. The aircraft was once again inspected by officials of aviation security, officials of national security, officials of the National Intelligence Bureau, and NACOC, who made sure that it did not contain any unlawful substances, as alleged by Reverend Intim Fojo. So, in a nutshell, the claims of Intim Fojo are false. He cannot prove it. That is why he is running away from the investigative bodies. He is unable to provide any shred of evidence to back his claim. I urge you to be wary of a desperate MPP that believes that the best way to claw his way out of the humiliating defeat they suffered in December 2024 is to peddle these falsehoods under the guise of performing legislative oversight. Whilst we welcome legislative oversight and scrutiny and criticism of any sort aimed at ensuring that we improve upon governance, it is important to condemn this level of political obscurantism, which is deliberately targeted at misinforming people and misleading the public and bringing government's name into disrepute for no reason.
Now, still at the presidency, President John Dramani Mahama has relieved Charles Kreku for his duties as the Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. In a statement dated April 2nd, the President's Secretary, Dr. Callistus Mahama, directed Kreku to hand over his responsibilities to Stephen Wilfred Arthur, who served as Acting Director General. Dr. Mahama conveyed the President's appreciation for Kreku's service to the nation. The reason for the dismissal was not stated in official communication. However, the decision comes amid ongoing restructuring within key government institutions. The newly appointed Acting Director General, Stephen Arthur, is expected to oversee operations and ensure smooth transition at the authority. To the Bono East region, the recently confirmed District Chief Executive for Techima North District, Adam Johnson, municipality, I beg your pardon, has pledged to work collectively with assembly members to reset the district for development as envisioned by President Mahama. Now, speaking to the media after his confirmation on Thursday, April 3rd, he assured that the district would have its fair share of the President's campaign promise. Idris Hamzata has more in the following report.
The presence of metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives is crucial for effective governance and development at the local level. These leaders play a pivotal role in working collectively with stakeholders to improve the lives of residents, ensuring that the needs of the community are met and that development projects are implemented successfully. The confirmation of the newly elected DCE for Techima North, Adam Johnson, left many extremely excited on Thursday. Speaking to the media, the new DC outlined his visions to reset the district for development as envisioned by the President, pledging to work collectively with members.
I gladly accept the challenge, and in the coming days, as I am going to assume office, I promise the good people of Techima North and the assembly members that we are all going to work together to make sure that we reset Techima North for development as envisioned by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And so we make sure that some of the campaign promises like the establishment of farmer centers, Techima North will get our fair share and make sure that we will actually utilize it for the benefit of the farmers and the good people in Techima North.
To boost job creation for young people in the agricultural sector, he vowed to tap into the influence of Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, who also serves as the constituency's MP.
As you can see, our Honorable Member of Parliament, Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, is the minister responsible for trade, agribusiness and industry. And so we are going to leverage on this particular opportunity that we have so that we can also create opportunities for our teeming youth and the farmers over here in order to grow and develop agro-businesses in the constituency.
Adam Johnson pledged to support tomato farmers by providing them with enhanced seedlings, which will help boost yields and improve their overall business. Additionally, he has promised to offer financial assistance to help these farmers expand their operations.
To make sure that we give the farmers, especially the tomato farmers, new improved seedlings. As you can see, the seedling that they are relying on and the fruit thereof, there is a challenge as far as processing is concerned. So I'm going to liaise with the Department of Agriculture to make sure that we have new improved seedling for our farmers and also support them with finances so that they can also expand their businesses and create markets also for them.
The district chief executive extended his sincerest appreciation to assembly members for confirming his presidentially appointed position. For Globe News,
and congratulations to Johnson Adam for being confirmed as the municipal chief executive of Techima North Municipality. Yesterday, he had 35 out of 35 of the total number of the vote cast during that particular election. So at the Techima North constituency, the Member of Parliament for Techima North, lawyer Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, has assured residents of Arano of the construction of their deplorable road before the end of her tenure. Now speaking on her behalf after the 8 prayers on March 30, the Techima North NDC Zongo Caucus coordinator Mohammed Adamu said the issue of the road is being forwarded to the presidency, highlighting that it is among the top priorities of the MP.
In response to years of agitation from residents of Arano who are plagued by a deplorable road condition deterring drivers from providing services to them, especially during the rainy season, the Techima North NDC Zongo Caucus coordinator, Mohammed Adamu, revealed that the issue of the deplorable road is being presented before the presidency. On behalf of the Member of Parliament of the constituency, Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, Mohammed Adamu assured residents that the road will be constructed before the end of the MP's tenure.
As we speak now, I can say on authority, the engineers have come to assess it and it's putting it before the presidency. And inshallah, the assurance is that this road will be constructed before the tenure of her office. And for that one, I can authoritatively stand in her shoes to assure the people here. It's too bad. You can see it, and as a mother, somebody who has what the people at heart, that has been one of her headache. And before this tenure ends, the assurance is that the people of Arano is going to see what a very good road. The fact is, it is not only here that you see it. The danger comes from the top there. It's a drainage problem. If the need is not well assessed and the necessary engineering works are not done, no matter what you do here, it won't work.
The lack of a healthcare facility has compounded the plight of residents, especially pregnant women. But thanks to the MP, the community now is on the verge of boasting a state-of-the-art clinic with accommodation for health professionals, which he says is 90% completed. Mohammed Adamu assures of its completion and operationalization as quickly as possible.
Just recently, you saw that the contractor is on site to do the floor and other things. There are other finishing touches that they are doing with it, and she has liaised with the Ministry of Health. So I believe very soon, this hospital is going to be commissioned and it will be put into use. As it stands now, it's about 98% complete. And the fact is that all the necessary material that we need to operationalize it is there. And you can trust lawyer Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare. The signs are there. If you go to Tinabia,
until the road construction and clinic completion are finalized, residents will continue to feel the absence of these essential amenities. However, they remain hopeful that these developments will bring much needed relief to the area. For Globe News, Idris Hamzata. In response
to
to
stories, Agona Swedro Divisional Police Command has seized a truck loaded with electrical cables suspected to be part of the missing containers belonging to the Electricity Company of Ghana at Tema Port. The truck, registered GC 741011, was confiscated according to the Member of Parliament for Gomwa Central, Kwame Asare Obin. The vehicle broke down near Awombrel in Agona Swedro, raising suspicions about its cargo. A subsequent arrest led to the arrest of the driver and 3 passengers on board. In a Facebook post, the MP explained that the driver was unable to provide clear details about the goods' origin or destination, leading to the arrest. The suspects are currently in custody as investigations continue to determine the origin and intended destination of the cables. Now, in Parliament, some members of Parliament are calling for thorough investigations into the disappearance of 1,300 ECG containers at the Tema ports. The demand come amid concerns that the incident could tarnish Ghana's image on the continent, particularly among neighboring countries.
The disappearance of over 1,300 containers at the Tema port has sparked concerns among members of parliament, with the MP for the Asene Akroso-Manso constituency, George Kwame Abuachi, calling for a thorough investigation, emphasizing that the incident cannot be ignored. The MP's concerns extend beyond the incident itself, as he fears it will tarnish Ghana's image on the continent, particularly among neighboring countries like Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, and other countries that trade with the country.
About 1,328 containers belonging to ECG has gotten missing. So they've done investigation on it. As a member of parliament and a ranking member of that sector, I can't keep quiet. I need to bring the attention of the House to it for us to have a bipartisan committee, an ad hoc one, to investigate what are the causes, what actually happened. For us to know, because if such containers of that nature, over 1,000 containers, has gotten missing from an entity, that's port. And that's where Burkina Faso, Niger, and even Mali, I learned their goods goes through our port. So if they hear that.
You're still watching the Wake Up News on Globe TV. I am Bright AWUSI. Coming up on the program, tragedy striking Achim Nyamfuman as Hunter critically injures himself after allegedly fatally shooting lover while she bathed. Details wrap shortly. Don't go anywhere. Welcome to the broadcast. Remember, the bulletin is streaming on our socials, TikTok and Facebook at Globe TV GH. You can join us with your thoughts and comment. Let me take you to the Eastern region because a shocking incident has occurred in Achim Nyamfuman in the Brim North District of the region, a living community in mourning. Yao Avoda, a 55-year-old hunter, is currently hospitalized after allegedly shooting and killing his 51-year-old lover, Ya Comfort, while she was bathing.
Eyewitnesses report that the incident occurred with the suspect, Yao Avoda, using a gun to commit the heinous crime. The deceased mother, Victoria Tay, spoke to Globe News Efia Jema Abudu, providing details of the events leading up to the tragic incident.
Ne maame wo ma atumituo wa adwaye ama wagu ena me se eye de ansem a ena wo se ono de wo mu hu nipa kora watu ne tuo no iti anopai na mbaye me baye nso a na ya mpa na me ba na gu ampa na me ba na firi mo.
According to the deceased brother, the couple has been experiencing marital problems which led to the unfortunate incidents.
Me enra me wo fie na me wo fa ase we fa phone frame say obi ato me sister too. Enti no me baye na me bizan say issue ben no no obi ewo mantem ha. Ansa na me nua me wo fa ase ne ka kire me say me sister ne ono empna no ase kasa bi ayedan abom montem. Enti no me wo fa ase ne ka data me kire me pe na me ka jen say da bi nipa ne na ababedi sa awidi sem say nipa ne de eba san ono so ato no hutu odwane bet onwuye ama police for aba be fan no e de ne ko.
The community and the deceased mother are outraged and have urged the police to take swift action and bring Avoda to justice.
Ade ye ne bi nsi da se wo ne oba twempena na oba so no ntena biem na watumi abetete na dwaye abonu tuo de master wokra be ya wo ya ene ejina ha ye kasa kra no ye ni da moja mpa se ye bibi na asi ena ama ahoma bi na so bibi mu ntira kanye sambeba na bone a ye di krori mu no na nke doso nanso ye nyina ye de ye ni ahwenya se mo so mabra mu no ne aban na oba mu no ono so onhwe na onfa nipa na yensa kan no so wonwu ya anaso obewu mpo a onfa ne famara kwan so
Me pesa aban me pasem tenene ti no na me pesa aban ye mame.
The body of the deceased has been deposited at the Abrim Government Mortuary, while Yao Avoda is receiving treatment at the same hospital under police supervision. The police are currently investigating the incidents and the community are ready.
That was a sad incident in the Eastern region. Now to the Bono region, the Bono Regional Minister Joseph Adeya Kwabwa and the NDC Bono Regional Chairman Kojonya Mechamafu has presented food items to the Sunyane Central Prisons on behalf of philanthropist Ibrahim Mahama to support the well-being of the inmates.
The donation, which included bags of rice, boxes of mackerel, tomatoes and oil, aims to support the well-being of the inmates. This act forms part of Ibrahim Mohammed's philanthropic efforts and his dedication to supporting vulnerable communities. Bono Regional Minister Joseph Adeya Kwabwa praised Mr. Mohammed's kindness and generosity and expressed his belief that the food items will bring comfort and relief to the inmates.
A more 70 bags, a more bag in Mako 70, tomato paste, and so 30 bottles, and 36 bottles, and mackerel, and also 30 bottles. Ena yade bra prison for senia omonso betime atede kakra aniamai ya papa Mr. Ibrahim Mahama oye ya papa John Dramani Mahama ninu akuma ena akana kuma se yemfasa moi anwa tomato paste ene mackerel emra prison for senia omonso at least ombenya bibia di enti nya ye ka kire ya papa ne se ye danase bebre na prison for no nso edanase bebre omani ajepa na omonse ombebọ mpaye pa amano na mpaye pa no omo abobi ama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sene na mamu obeye na ayenkoso ama Ghana nyina ye ho atoye.
The regional commander of the Sunyane Central Prisons, GDP Thompson Ochupo, extended his gratitude to Ibrahim Mahama, acknowledging the significant impact the donation will have on the lives of the inmates.
I want to express our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Ibrahim and you, Honorable, for bringing this hype to elevate the platform. In like this, this will be assured of our prayers.
We have more local stories available on our website at www.globetvonline.com. On an international scene this morning, South Sudan faces escalating tensions as Uganda President Yoweri Museveni arrives in Juba amid political crisis. This high-level visit comes after the detention of South Sudan Vice President raised concerns of the renewed civil war.
South Sudan has sent more soldiers to the oil-rich Upper Nile state. Officials and residents say dozens of people were killed in recent airstrikes by forces allied with President Salva Kiir. His administration says they were targeting fighters from the White Army allied to first Vice President Riek Machar. They overran the city of Nasser, killing dozens of government troops from the South Sudan People's Defense Forces, or SSPDF.
The security situation in Upper Nile State generally is stable, with the exception of two counties, that is Nasser County and Wulang County. The youth from this area, they have taken the law into their hands and are now mobilizing themselves to attack the SSPDF forces around the area where they have been deployed.
The African Union and regional blocs in East Africa are trying to de-escalate the situation. Leaders in the region, including Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni, worry tensions between President Salva Kiir and Machar could lead to another major conflict. Back in Malakal, the capital of Upper Nile State, there is an uneasy calm.
Malakal is usually busier than this, but a lot of people have run away. We've been told that there have been rumors. Some people have even said they've received phone calls warning them that the White Army is advancing.
Other people refused to be chased out of their city by the White Army, which fought alongside Machar during the civil war that erupted in 2013, soon after the country gained its independence from Sudan. Machar is under house arrest. He's accused of planning a rebellion against the government.
Yes, business has been affected, but we have faith our government will protect us. That is why we are still here.
Last month, the White Army overran an army base, seizing control of the northern town of Nasser. Government forces have vowed to take it back.
More international stories available on our website at globetvonline.com. Coming up in sports, Razak Simpson is starting strike. In sports this morning, Razak Simpson, standing goal, led Nations FC to a 1-0 victory over House of Oak at the Tuba Atrostef on Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. And the Black Stars defender struck gold in the 57 minutes, capitalizing on a defensive mistake, controlling the ball and unleashing a powerful volley into the net. The win moved Nations FC into 4th place in the Ghana Premier League standings, while Accra House of Oak suffered their 7th defeat of the season, falling to 6th place.
What a goal from the centre-back, and Messi rejoices. Captain leading by example. Look at it from that distance.
Fantastic play by Razak Simpson. What a lovely strike. Nobody, I would say that nobody anticipated such a shot from Razak Simpson. What a drive. It traveled right to the left top corner of the box, of the pole. That was fantastic.
Oh, the last time the centre-back scored was against Mediamarity. And if now just push that Brankasi base into the lead, and you can understand the joy on his face. Hasselfolk did not really see that copper bullet being flashed at them. And goalkeeper Chris Nketiah absolutely unaware of their intention from Razak Simpson. Got it right. Perfect hit into the top right corner.
Nketiah was stunned by the strike. He was not expecting
on his left leg, but it's good to continue as we draw closer to the 78th minute. It's in! Oh my goodness, I didn't miss that! And it's Kunedu Yadom, the centre back, who flapped that big opportunity.
What a chance!
Now, Tottenham Hotspur 1-0 defeat to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge was met with frustration from Spurs fans who directed chants of quote and unquote, "You don't know what you are doing" at manager Angie. The loss, courtesy of Enzo Fernandez, free header, boosted Chelsea's Champions League qualification chances and left Tottenham with 4 Premier League games without a win.
Then in the recovery, Neto again. And Jadon Sancho is free! And what a chance and what a stop from Vicario. And it is a very good one indeed to keep out the Chelsea winger. Cucurella. Back with Palmer again after his attempt. Fernandez! Enzo Fernandez, as he did at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium earlier in the season, scores against Spurs. Fernandez, it was Colwill, Caicedo, 2-0 Chelsea.
We have more sports stories available on our website at globetvonline.com. And later in the day, catch Vincent Fogo on Sports Fun Time at 4 p.m. on your TV screens here on Globe Television. Let's take a recap of our top story. Felix Kwatifosu accuses team led by Alexander Ohineja and directed by Abena McCaffrey. Many thanks for watching. I am Brighter. Have a good morning and enjoy the rest of our program. See you on Monday.